Hey guys, Kurt here from my Crooked Line of Sight at Promised Land State Park in Promised Land, Pennsylvania. It's the middle of April and it's actually camping weather. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a gear test, well today and tomorrow, a little bit of a gear test of some new equipment that I'm getting ready to use this year for some longer multi-day hiking trips. Now I generally use a tent system, but over the past few months I've been putting together a new hammock system, and I'm going to give it a really good test tonight. It's supposed to get down into the 30s, so we're going to see how that works out. So let's take a look at what I've got with my my bailout, which is my tent I have set up just in case the temperatures get a little too cold and my gear doesn't do what I think it's going to be, and then my hammock setup that I'm going to use for the next couple of nights. Let's take a look. So here is my bailout tent. This is just in case things get a little too cold tonight and my hammock isn't as warm as I thought. This is my old tried and true Eureka Apex XT. This is about 8 or 9 years old. Been a lot of places with me, and it's a 3-season tent. I've used this down into the 20s and it works great. Inside I've got the Teton Sports Comfort Light XXL extra wide sleeping pad, which has an R factor of like 9. I've got a Teton Comfort Light pillow and a Teton Sports Celsius 0 degree cold weather sleeping bag. Like I said, I've used this down to about mid-20s and I've been fine. Keeps me nice and warm. So this is my, like I said, my bailout. So just in case things don't go as planned. Here's my hammock setup. This is a modular setup. It's all Eagle's Nest Outfitters, or ENO. I've got I'll open this up. Inside I've got my ENO DoubleNest sitting here with my wallet in a little pouch. DoubleNest is my 40-degree bag and my Inertia XFrame to help out. I do have my 0-degree bag in the tent if it gets a little cold. They're supposed to go down to 20s tonight from what I just found out, so I might use that. I do have my ENO Ember2 underquilt underneath here to help out. That's rated down to 40, 45. People said they've used it lower, so we'll see how that works out. I do have a emergency blanket that I've kind of created into a heat shield. I can put in between here if it gets too cold. And then for the outside shell, I've got the ENO Guardian Bug Net. Now, it is April, but it is pretty buggy. So I'm going to be giving that a shot tonight. And then this all sets up fairly simply. You got your straps that you hook around your tree. The hammock carabiners right to it. The underquilt just straps onto that. And the bug net has a ridgeline that you hook up. That's the plan for camping tonight. We'll see how that works out, and I'll let you know, but give you a little tour of the park. Alright, so one of the other things I'm getting ready to gear test is my new mess kit. So looking around trying to find something that works well for backpacking. It's small and compact. I just kind of pieced together my own little system here, and you'll find things similar that other people do. So inside the little pouch here, I've got an aluminum pot set. It has a separate lid that can be used as a cup or something cooking, handles. Then over. This keeps enough stuff for, there's a couple packs of oatmeal, so 2 days worth of breakfast. There's some pre-mixed coffee, sugar, and creamer packets. These are made for a smaller, about 5 ounces of water, so I carry 2 for a day. So 2 of those for a cup of coffee in the morning. Kind of the standard light my fire spork. I do have a titanium one, but I forgot to carry the lighter plastic one. The plastic one is actually lighter. Some fuel, some JetBoil fuel. Now this is a 100-gram canister, fits in here pretty nice. And then my cook stove, my burner, which is kind of the $10 generic one that you get on Amazon. It goes by a lot of different names. Looks like one company just makes them for everybody. This has a, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. It's got, I don't know if that's coming through. It's a little $10 burner. Works pretty good. Just goes right on top of the fuel. You light it, you cook your water. Now I'll be using mostly all dehydrated food, so this is perfect. Boil some water. So you're not boiling up whatever the hell just fell in there. Boil up your water and call it a day. Well, it's about 6 a.m. Got down to probably high 20s last night, 29. And I decided to immediately switch out to the 0-degree bag. But the hammock held up well. I stayed nice and toasty warm and left the tarp off. And it was a beautiful night. So, successful gear test on the hammock. So the hammock test was a complete success. Even though the Ember2 under quilt that I have is only rated for 45 degrees, and it got down into the high 20s last night. It was about 29 degrees. I stayed completely warm. Now, right after I got everything set up and after I shot the video last night, I had my 40-degree bag in the hammock, and I decided to swap it out for the 0-degree just because it was going to get a little colder than I thought. That with the XFrame and the under blanket, I was toasty warm. Actually, a little bit sweaty. It was almost a little too warm at some points last night, but it was great. With no tarp on, I woke up a few times and watched the stars. It was nice and peaceful. Owls and ducks and all kinds of stuff out here. So it was a very, very nice experience to get out there in the hammock finally. Never even used the tent for anything other than storing some gear, and I don't expect to tonight because tonight's going to be a little bit warmer. So that was a really pleasant surprise to be that warm. So I'm comfortable taking that out in 20-degree weather now, just in that configuration, and I'd be fine. Some other gear I'm testing. Last year I had a few problems with wet firewood and getting things started, and a few times I thought to myself it would be great if I had some kind of bellows. Never even thought to look for something like that. I was always thinking of bellows like the things that you would use in your fireplace when you're a kid. This is made by a company called Epiphany Outdoor Gear. It's called the V3 Pocket Bellows, and I'm going to put that right up here, and you can see that. I don't know if you can make that out, the Pocket Bellows. And basically what this is, it's basically this company makes kind of ancient style tech, but with a more modern twist. So what they did is they took this metal, I think this is aluminum collapsible tube, this telescoping tube, so you can put this down underneath your fire and blow some air in there and help your fire kick up and keep your embers hot. It came in very handy last night. I don't like keeping a big fire. I like to keep a small, compact fire, and this helped out with that. I burned everything I had in there down to nothing. So it worked pretty good. It does get some condensation when it's cool, I noticed, and it would kind of stick. But other than that, I'm about to get attacked by a squirrel, looks like. Other than that, this worked really well. And it's nice and compact, so it comes in a little carrying case so it doesn't puncture anything. And just keep it in the pack, and you need to keep the fire going. That worked great. One last piece of gear I'm going to look at right now is my multi-day backpack, my frame pack. I carry a smaller day pack. Since I'm car camping, I have the luxury of being able to carry both right now. But if I was just out on the trail, I would have a larger pack. So what I've got, and let me switch over here and I'll show you. So this is my day bag. This is my Camelback Rim Runner 25. This is a few years old. They don't make this exact model anymore. They've kind of changed it a little bit. But this is great for a day. I can carry, right now it's all packed up with my jacket and everything. I carry some food and carry water. It's got a 3-liter bladder. Anything I might need in winter, I can carry my micro spikes and carry extra clothing, all kinds of stuff in here. So this is a good bag. But for multi-day trips, this is my new Teton Sports. Yeah, I have a lot of Teton Sports stuff. Teton Sports Summit 28. This is a 45-liter bag, 2,800 cubic inches, I think is what the 2,800 stands for. It's 45 liters. I can carry enough in this for maybe at least 3, maybe 5 days. It's got a compartment down here for a sleeping bag. What I use this for is I can put the entire hammock set up in here. Right now I've got my camp stove in here, and I just kind of use this as spare stuff and toiletries. So in here is my ENO ProFly XL tarp. I can fit the hammock in here and the bug net and the straps all in this compartment, and it all fits right in there. And then for my 40-degree bag, I can actually tuck that right underneath the lid here, and then that way nothing's sticking out. Comes with an integrated rain tarp. It's got a map pocket here, some side pouches. These all, yep, just grab one of them. These all come out pretty good. I keep my Sawyer Mini in here for water filtration on one side. On the other side, I keep flashlights and stuff like that. There's a zip out floor inside right here, so you can have this one big. Actually, it doesn't zip out. I'm sorry. This one is just a drawstring. You can separate this so that you've got just your sleeping bag, or like I have my hammock set up here, and then up here I've got some clothes. I keep my camp stove, my food, and all that up on the top. Or you can open this up and have one big compartment. It's got an integrated rain fly. It's in the bottom. It's got a pocket in the center here where I keep my striker, my tick key, and stuff like that. And another pocket up top where I'll keep my snacks and things. You also put a water bladder, a hydration pack bladder, inside. There's an opening here, so you got that. No side pockets, but you do have there's some additional straps that you can attach in different spots for ice picks or axes or anything you've got. And it does have an integrated safety whistle on one strap. So I can keep this pretty well balanced, carry 3 to 5 days of gear in there, and be able to hit the trail and just use that as my main pack if I have to. So not much bigger than the day pack.